Hi. Um, so my name is Nikki, and I am 16 going on 17, and um, I get like probably most of you, I don't know, um, are like me, and um, and I get super bad anxiety spirals, and they've been happening, I guess, a lot more recently as my junior year ended, and I'm a senior now. Well, school hasn't started yet, but we're getting there. I have friends, but I feel really lonely, and every time I have these spirals, I feel really bad afterwards. Because they have to deal with it. They have to deal with my insecurity, and they have to deal with just my nonsense. And I know I shouldn't feel like that, but I don't know. I just do. Honestly, it's really tiring, and I have a bunch of really dark thoughts. Um, I don't know. It's like sorry, the way to but yeah, I have best friends, but I've lost a bunch. The um, not the year before, just like last year basically, since we're starting a new school year. But it's been really bad. My depression has gotten severely worse, and I want to be able to see the positive in the world, but that's been really hard. And every time I'm by myself, or even when I'm with friends, but I'm just sitting there quietly. I'm sitting there wondering, when is my time to go? And now that they've gotten worse, it's not just thoughts. I feel so sick. I've been losing a whole bunch of pounds. And we have tried this new diet because I'm allergic to whey, which is like a protein in milk, and which is dairy. And they love to put that in a lot of foods that we eat, especially processed foods. So it's been really hard for me, as I don't eat very much anyways. Um, I feel really sick, um, but not just physically, mentally. And yesterday, I was on call with my friends. But before that, I was having a bit of a spiral, and I needed somebody to talk to. And I've been wanting to do this for maybe a week or two now. I just never had the courage to do it. I don't know. I feel really lonely, but I'm not really lonely. Just hoping that somebody would understand. Starting school makes me. I feel like throwing up every time I think about it. I get so much anxiety. It's crazy. If I start crying, oh, I can't. I can't. I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. It's really bad. And sometimes when I go to my friends, there's just one specific friend I love dearly, but I love him, but sometimes, I don't know, just their words, I don't know. Sometimes he'll tell me that it's so silly the way I feel. I don't know. Most times I feel like I'm being dramatic, but yesterday it felt like I was gonna throw all of my guts. I don't know. Like my heart was going to explode, and I just needed to cry really bad, but I can't really do it anymore. And I have these entries, um, that I write, and I guess I kind of want to share that with you guys to see if you kind of relate in any sort of way. And you'll I don't know, I'm not really good at expressing myself through words, but I can through writing. I just can't through speech. Um, yeah, okay, let me grab this. I like to write in. And I have a bunch of these. I feel like they never actually help. I guess they're just, when I write this down, I can actually, I can actually say how I'm feeling. And just like a homework from last year. I need to throw some of that away. And look, these are so cute. Fun fact. I am pan, so I like people. And I'm just, I'm trying to get in touch with my faith. And that's been really hard for me because I keep going back and forth. And I don't know how to feel about it anymore. It's really hard. I don't know. But tell me, this is what it looks like. You can't read it from there, but let me see. Mental health checks. Here it says mental health is bull, or it can feel like that. Life itself is bull. In big letters it says, I will try to keep writing in here, exclamation mark. I didn't. I kind of just transferred my thoughts into my notes app on my phone and on my computer. It says, I don't know, I don't have motivation for much anymore, so we'll see. Like, I'll try to keep writing these. It says, everything is a hard task for some reason. It's so hard to get out of bed. It's so hard to get out of bed. And recently, I have been staying up really late. That's because I'm on the phone, or I have insomnia, so it's hard for me to sleep. And, let me see. I've been waking up at around 11, 12, 1. Usually 11 isn't bad, but 1 is. I don't know. I'm always home doing chores. I can't ever leave the house, and I probably will get into that later, or maybe in a different video. Let's see. Blood we all shed eventually becomes a big splash, hopefully from accidents. What does it say? Oh, it says I'm done with reality. Yeah. This says chapter 1, Monday, December 8th. December. It is July right now. My latest entries. I was writing in it yesterday. It's in my notes. And once my computer charges, I'll show you what I mean. Let me see. This says depression or delusion. That piece. The day barely started, and I upset my best friend. My best friend, who I see as a brother. I love him so much. We're gonna call him. Let me see. We're gonna call him Marble. Okay. The day barely started, and I upset Marble. So there's one thing I have to worry about now. And then there's a rant. I think it's the only thing in here other than some drawings. It says, I've been told to be the bigger person since forever. I don't understand why. What does that mean anymore? Sometimes I feel, I wreak havoc. Sometimes I wreak havoc when others want to be petty and go against human morals. The main reason as to why I hate politicians, I think that's politicians. Life is stupid. Nothing ever makes sense. It can take one person to ruin everything. My eyes and body are so tired. My mind is very overwhelmed by envy. Oh, this is the envy. I'm never overwhelmed by envy, honestly. I'm never really jealous by people or things that they have. Maybe like, I don't know if my hair is having a really bad day because my hair is curly. I don't think you can tell, but it's like slept on. And I don't know. My eyes and body are so tired. My mind is very overwhelmed by everything. I could cry at any moment, but my body doesn't want to. And then there's my other best friend, and we're gonna call him. Let's see. We're gonna call him Earring. Sounds weird, but he has his ears pierced, so that's all I can think about. But he doesn't. Earring compared my living situation to a rope that cuts every time I try and pull away. He's very right. And he is very much correct. Let me see. I think that's it. That's history. That's all that's in there. I did not keep up with that. There is a little journal somewhere here. I have to look for it. I think I know where it is. But it has a bunch of entries for when my year started. Let me see. Okay, I did find it. Let me see. So, I don't know if I have to give you much context, but my partner, like my ex-partner, she was sweet, but just a lot of things happened, and my mind hasn't been in the right place in such a long time. Let's see. And as I keep reading these to you, I think you can tell how worse it significantly gets. Let me see. I had a little tiny journal that I would write in that I would take it everywhere with me. So when I had anxiety, I would write in the little journal. And these at first started as like a to tell my friends how I feel because I can't really say it in words, like paper. I don't know, not in because obviously it's in words on paper, written down. It's like a therapy thing. I don't know. It works well, but just not being able to speak to somebody is so hard. It's so hard, but I don't want to project my problems onto my best friends anymore. Yeah, they have their own things going on, and maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm doing this because maybe some of you guys can relate. So let me see. And I would call them logs. Log 1, feelings. Every chance I get alone is always a depressed sight. I feel like the past 2 years have been hell due to being unmotivated and being drained. No spark for months. Some noticed, some didn't. Of course, though, everything feels numb. Like I'm in very heavy shackles. This feeling has been here for a while now. The breakup has me feeling guilty but free of other feelings. But that doesn't mean I don't care. I feel like crying every day when I'm not distracted, I'm pretty sure. Being distracted is like a drug for me. I want more distractions because it feels like every day everything doesn't exist in the moment. I hate the world we live in. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And I could never survive without my friends. That's the first log. And here's log 2. And I think they get longer. See, this one's 4 pages. This one's log 2. Not quite rock bottom. I feel stupid for doing this, but nothing helps. And I don't really know if this is helping because not helping. Being able to write my feelings down is better than with words coming out of my mouth. So I guess this is a tool to show people how I'm feeling. I could have done more, but I had no more because I gave everything. When someone says that I'm just like my mom, my skin recoils and I immediately make a negative facial expression. If they said I looked like her, that would be true, but I am not. But I'm not just like her. We are different people. I may have some traits, and some of those traits are hated by the both of us. They are very unpleasant, and I would rather live without them. Who loves consistently being yelled at for even what? Who loves consistently being yelled at? Oh, I see. Okay. Who loves consistently being yelled at for even small mishap? It gets old. I'm tired of everything. I feel empty. My goals are reachable. I just don't have the motive to do anything other than rot in my bed forever. Crying nor holding it benefits me when you live in hell. Just because you have an opinion, hello, sorry, doesn't mean it's correct. Being controlling is not tough love, it's perfectionism. But nothing is never going to be perfect. I am not perfect and neither are you. They say that Jesus was perfect, just like God, and we need to be like them. But how? It's not that easy. Humans and animals aren't different, besides the fact that we look unique to each other. Why does the good and the bad Why does the good need the bad to be good? Peace will never be seen in this horrible world. Usually I'll say to put me in a coma instead of killing me, but what good will that do? Nothing is ever enough. But what is enough? The hole is never filled. Gluttony is a horrible curse. As for recent events, I still feel like crying, but I can't, and I feel guilt mixed with numbness, which is the usual, and I'm tired of it. You can't run from your problems. They'll only build, then chase you down. But this is it for now. Hopefully I can still keep a smile and the little joy I have left. P.S. Don't let people tell you how you feel because they really don't. Like, they really don't know how you feel. Let's see. I think there's 5 or 6 of these. Yeah. Okay, and this one. Log 3. Benefits. Life at this point is restless. Even though I may not show it, I'm very not put together. Because a lot of my friends weren't there for me because they thought that I was okay. And I struggle a lot, and I've struggled a lot with things over the years. But it's a silent struggle, and I feel like that's the most, for me, when I silently struggle is the most, I feel, the most pain. They're not put together. I think you could tell from the last 2 logs, but nevertheless, other people are struggling, just like me. So every tear feels dramatic, and I feel I shouldn't be tired or sad. I wouldn't say sad, but more so a draining anger, and the tears I shed are frustrations I've had bottled up. Taking my own advice would be a good idea, but it's not that easy. It's miserable not knowing anything or being able to call my own shots. When you grow up around people who only care, quotation marks, when you showed them what you can bring to the table for their benefit, it's hard to believe that people actually like you or not. I know my favorite friends do. Favorite? Hello, I didn't say favorite. I know my friends do, like my personality, and I don't have to do things for them just so I can live my life some way, somewhat. When I have my own things to do, I can't help you, because my time is already limited. Because I had to be a part of the team, quotation marks, I'm selfish, and I don't deserve good things, because entitled brats don't deserve to be spoiled. But then you can take it all back just to throw it at my face when I don't want to do something you do. Again, I say I'm tired of this cruel, foolish world we live in. I can't wait to prove them wrong. I don't want to live here anymore, and I mean both, and all you're thinking. Log 4. I think, yeah, no, there's 5 logs. Log 4. Hola. I cried today for like 2 seconds. I just got a few hugs. I still feel numb. I'm filled with more anxiety than normal. I kind of feel like crying right now. Today, this is another friend. Well, I would say ex-best friend, because he's been ignoring me this summer, and we had some problems. Well, not problems, but like differences before the year ended. And he was on, I could tell, he said he didn't pick sides, but he really did. And he was on my ex's side. We're gonna call him Mr. Bean. Let me see, where'd it go? Mr. Bean told me he didn't want to be touched. Struck a nerve. Not his fault. Slowly actually going crazy. I'm never joking when I say that. My mom wants to take my phone if I'm on it too much, which is not a good idea to leave me alone without a distraction. My eyes are always heavy and I'm exhausted for no reason, according to some people. Life is no longer joyful and exciting. It sounds stupid, but I feel like there's chains, really heavy chains attached to me. If my mom takes my phone, I won't be able to talk to my friends, and you are the only reason I can smile. I'm so ready for college. I'm very done with this awful world. My thoughts aren't pretty. I don't really want to endure this anymore. Loki, if someone put me in a coma, I wouldn't mind. Maybe you would, which is, I think that says probably the reason I don't do anything. God, why? That is a question I used to ask very frequently. It's still asked to this day, but now it's what was the lesson for this cruel, awful day? I'm done. Log 5. Hi, it's almost Halloween and I'm very excited. I love this time of year. It gives me some joy back